Para sa panibagong taon ng kaalaman at inspirasyon, ang Layag Weekly Waves ay magbabalik para sa ikalawang yugto. Sama-sama nating pagnilayan ang mga kwento ng tagumpay, hamon at pagbabago na nagbubuklod sa ating komunidad. Abangan ang mas makabuluhang talakayan at mas makulay na paglalayag.
Magandang araw mga subong tagapanood. Muli, inihahandog ng DILG Local Governance Regional Resource Center 9 ang Layag Weekly Waves. Layag Weekly Waves ay isang lingguhang recap ng mga balita, aktibidad at programa ng kagawaran na naglalayong magbigay ng mahalagang impormasyon at inspirasyon para sa ating mga pamayanan.
Ngayong kalawang ito, mas pinaganda at mas pinaigting ang ating layunin na maging kaagapay ninyo sa paglalayag tungo sa kaunlaran.
Ako po ang iyong lingkod, Macy Comendador,
Rachel Flores-Ensis, Richilyn Balagot, Eliza Balihon,
Rougeline Salvacion.
student intern mula sa JH Cerilles State College. Samahan niyo po kami sa ating recap ng mga kaganapan ngayong linggo.
At para simulan nating paglalayag, narito ang recap ng aktibidad na isinagawa ng kagawaran sa nakaraang linggo.
On April 28, 2025, DILG IX hosted a revitalizing wellness camp at Lig Hilltop Resort in Gingoog City, focusing on stress management and employee well-being. Because who doesn't need a little zen at work?
Ngayon naman, ating silipin ang mga aktibidad mula sa iba't ibang bahagi ng rehiyon sa segment na News from the Field.
Hi! Maligayang pagbabalik. Ako po pala si 𝗟𝘆𝗴 𝗪𝗃𝗧𝗪, Information System Analyst 1 ng DILG Zamboanga Sibugay. At muli na naman tayo maglalayag para sa linggong ito. Inihatid namin ang mga balita mula sa lalawigan ng Zamboanga Sibugay.
On April 28, 2025, DILG Zamboanga Sibugay launched the 𝗥𝗔𝗗𝗚 Initiative, a monthly online knowledge-sharing platform aimed at strengthening program implementation through peer learning and collaboration among MLGOs and LGO focal persons. On April 24, 2025, Provincial Director Mario A. Baterna attended the awarding of the Notice of Compliance for the 2023 to 2027 Local Public Transport Route Plan, reinforcing DILG support for improved public transport and effective LGU planning. On April 25, 2025, DILG Provincial Director Mario Baterna attended the launch of the DSWD Peace and Development Buong Bansa Mapayapa program, emphasizing interagency collaboration in promoting peace and development nationwide. On April 22, 2025, a 3-day Basic Incident Command System or ICS training for PNP Zamboanga Sibugay was conducted at Jackie's Hotel, collaboration with OCD9 to enhance incident management skills and strengthen local disaster preparedness. On May 1, 2025, 66 SK officials from Diplahan completed one-day training on digital literacy and youth governance, equipping them with essential tech skills and knowledge on NYC policies and relevant youth legislation. On April 29, 2025, DILG Diplahan joined the COA Exit Conference on the 2024 Financial Audit of LGU Diplahan, supporting efforts to improve financial management, transparency, and compliance with audit regulations.
Muli, ito po si 𝗟𝘆𝗴 𝗪𝗃𝗧𝗪. Kita-kits sa susunod nating paglayag.
In our consistent support towards public information and excellence in local governance, this is 𝗟𝘆𝗪 𝗪𝗃𝗪𝗏 from DILG Zamboanga del Norte presenting this week's news from the field. DILG Sendangan, headed by 𝗟𝘆𝗴 𝗪𝗃𝗪𝗃𝗲𝗛, together with LGO2 in full force, actively assisted Barangay Motibot during the regional validation for the Lupong Tagapamayapa Incentives Awards 2025 assessment. As local development capacitors, DILG Sendangan ensured that the validation conducted last April 16, 2025 by the Regional Assessment Committee will push through smoothly and successfully. In partnership with the Senior High School Department of Andres Bonifacio College Incorporated, DILG Zamboanga del Norte conducted a culmination and recognition activity to acknowledge the 21 student immersions for completing 80 hours work. Starting January 31 of this year, this program intends to practice academic learning to practical application in an office setup, while aiding local development in the province. As a forged partnership, this initiative shall continue to progress for the next years to come. This weekly reset of LGRRC Zamboanga del Norte was hosted by the Project Development and Monitoring Section, discussing updates and status of all programs, tracking tasks and responsibilities, review of weekly ganaps, and setting the mood for another progressive week in upholding excellence in local governance. Program Manager Anthony Glynn Abalos, representing Provincial Director Oliver B. Umbus, attended the State of the Province address of the Provincial Governor, Rosalina Nene Halos-Hos, last April 28, 2025 at the Zamboanga del Norte Cultural and Sports Complex. The State of the Province address presented the LGU's annual accomplishments for the year 2024 to 2025. On April 29, 2025, DILG Liloy Field Office, headed by MLGO Lourdes Teresa Cinco Ducal, officially caps off the SGLGB on-site validation to the 37 barangays of the municipality of Liloy, Zamboanga del Norte. The on-site assessment, which commenced last March 17, 2025, assessed the barangays on the minimum requirements set by the SGLGB 6 governance areas. A feedbacking was also conducted for each barangay to address issues and concerns and encourage continuous improvement based on existing guidelines and issuances. In support of the initiatives on health and nutrition, DILG Zamboanga del Norte attended the second quarter meeting of the Provincial Health Board, represented by LGO2 Rosafe Bagnol Felizarta, held last April 29, 2025 at Hall 3, Provincial Capital of Zamboanga del Norte. DILG Zamboanga del Norte initiated the Provincial Interagency Monitoring Task Force Leveling Off and initial deliberation for 𝗟𝘆𝗴 Functionality Assessment through the Social Protection Program Focal Person LGO2 Faye Ed San Marie C. Orga, last April 29, 2025 at the Plenary Hall of Zamboanga del Norte Cultural and Exhibition Center. The activity aimed to ensure the effective and standardized assessment of 𝗟𝘆𝗴 across the component cities and municipalities of the province, promoting functionality, responsiveness, and alignment with national social protection goals. Cluster 1 Head Annabella Hatico conducted the second cluster meeting last April 30, 2025 at the Hall 3 of the Provincial Capitol Building, Zamboanga del Norte, tackling updates and status on the recently released DILG Memorandum Circulars on guide planning and budgeting to the LGUs. That's it for this week. Stay tuned for more updates of news from the field.
Hi, I'm 𝗟𝘆𝗴 a student intern, here to deliver you this week's Ganap sa Field.
DILG 𝗟𝗏𝗪 Provincial Office participates in the 6th meeting and command conference of the Provincial Joint Security Control Center under the leadership of Provincial Director 𝗟𝘆𝗴 on April 28, 2025. Police Colonel 𝗟𝘆𝗴 𝗪𝗃𝗀𝗪, Chief of the RCADD under Police Regional Office 9, leads a courtesy visit and coordination meeting with the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency 𝗟𝗟 Provincial Office on April 29, 2025. LGRRC Fahad S. Muhaimin of DILG 𝗟𝗟 attends the RDRRMOC 9 Standard Operating Procedures and Guidelines or SOPG Cascading and Workshop in Pagadian City on April 29, 2025. DILG San Pablo Field Office joins the blessing and turnover ceremony for the Rural Health Unit on April 28, 2025. DILG Tukurad Field Office conducts barangay visitation and quarterly monitoring of full disclosure policy on May 2, 2025.
And those were the highlights for this week's Ganap sa Field. For more news and updates, follow us on our official Facebook page, DILG 𝗟𝗏𝗪. #ZSOR Past the Limit.
At yan po ang mga balitang hatid namin ngayong linggo. Muli, manatiling nakatutok, makilahok at makialam. Samahan kami muli sa susunod na linggo para sa mga kwento ng balitang mahalaga sa inyo. Kami po ang mga estudyante mula sa JH Cerilles State College nag-iiwan ng paalala na magkaisa tayo sa paglalayag tungo sa mas maunlad na bukas.
Ito ang Layag Weekly Waves, ang iyong kaagapay sa kaalaman at pagbabago.
Dahil sa paglayag, Leon 9.